I have my tea. I have my wits. I'm very determined, so we'll see how this goes. All right, this is a new location and a new day. Tried to log off at a normal time today so that I could get some writing done after work. I am still editing the chapter that I was working on yesterday. What I've been observing as I polish it up, at least enough to be able to share out. What I do a lot is I'll just write out different scenarios of things that can be talked about during a scene, and then I just move them around like puzzle pieces forever. So I'll move them up and down the scene, and I will add a bunch of things, and I don't know how to describe it, but I like to add way too many dialogue tags and action tags, even if it's just two people. So in the scene, it's just Rose and her mom talking the entire time. And I'll be like, she turned around, she did this, they looked here, there was the sound of this. And I don't need to do that because there's only two people and you can tell pretty easily who's talking. I don't want to put too much baggage in this chapter, but this is where the baggage fits. And this history is very important to understanding Rosé's character and also some of the world building elements. So I'll ask for feedback on that. It's been 2 months since I shared some, maybe more than that. I don't know that I made the last one. I don't think I made the last one, so it might have been 3 months since people in the group have seen an update on my story. So it'll be interesting to see if they are able to remember the stuff that I shared previously. Does it flow? I've been having such a great time with this writing group. I think I'm in the earlier stages compared to a lot of people in the group, which was very intimidating when I first joined. I don't know, we're just a bunch of nerds who like to talk about our whips and gossip about our characters and encourage each other, support each other, but also give really valuable insight into workflows and workshop opportunities. I'm just really jazzed that I was able to find this group. Anyway, I need to stop blabbing and actually work on this, so I'm gonna go do that. I don't think so. Yeah, I think, maybe it's a writing something. People have been busy. Hello, it's me again. It is Thursday night. I've just gotten off with book club. I did not finish the book that we were supposed to be talking about. Neither did anyone else, so I didn't feel that bad. I don't think I'll pick it up again. I did learn a lot, though, about things that don't work for me in writing or reading the few chapters that I did. There's a moment in the book that is pretty heavy and triggering that happens very early on. I want to say it was chapter 3, and I was taken so far aback by that, and it threw other people off as well. And I think it's one of those things where you need to work your way up to such like traumatic events. And because it came so suddenly, you didn't have any inkling that it was going to happen. So yeah, I'd imagine a lot of people did put that book down after getting to that scene. It was a good reminder of like you make sure that the moments are earned, that things aren't super like too conveniently all falling into place, and also the importance of, I don't know, like one thing that I've kind of gone back and forth on in my first few chapters is like it's not super stressful. It's not a string of super duper horrible events that are happening, but it's not fun for the main character or the characters around. I do try to inject some humor, but it just gave me something to think about. Like if you have stressful moments in the beginning and you haven't sold the reader on the character yet, like you haven't made them care about them yet, it kind of is a little off putting where you don't really care that this is happening to these people. The book that we read also started with a funeral, which I think a lot of books do, or a lot of people try to start at a funeral, to the point where in a lot of podcasts I listen to, they'll be like, don't start at a funeral. It's really hard to start at a funeral because you don't know these people, so you're just kind of thrown in there. It's very solemn. That was also another just food for thought for me to think over. One of the things that I also noticed while I was reading this novel was it does something that I'm kind of afraid of doing in my own piece, where it feels very emotionally charged because it is so personal. And because this is my first like attempt at a novel, I feel like a lot of people say that your first novel is your heart and it's what you want to say to the world. It has a bit of a different perspective and intensity than I think subsequent novels tend to have. And so I'm very wary of that. And I'm very wary of that in particular with the chapter that I'm trying to write. It is the first time that you're meeting the protagonist's mother. They have a very strained relationship. And so I don't know that I've earned that yet, like exploring those feelings yet with what I've laid down in the first two chapters. And I also don't want to make it so intense and personal to the character that it throws people off. I don't know. Just something I'm afraid of and wary of doing. Yeti. Hi. Morning. We're in my kitchen today. I thought I could do a standing check-in while I wait for my toast to be ready. It's 8:30, so it's not that early. I did wake up a little bit earlier than I have the earlier this week though. I opened my eyes, I did a little bit of reading, I worked on my synopsis a little bit, and then I got up to get ready for the rest of my day. So I don't think I'll get much writing done this morning, but I can try to iron out finalize the synopsis. Just as an update for yesterday, I did not finish editing the chapter, so it is not ready to go, but I'm pretty close. I got to the climax. I just need, again, the threads to make more sense. The fear that I was talking about yesterday, where I'm worried that it's a bit too intense too suddenly, and I toned it down a bit. And then, yeah, no one else has shared their stuff for critique for next week yet. So I don't know if anyone else is like trying to get something in, but I will share mine hopefully by tonight after work. I'll get my cover art thing up, my synopsis, my chapter 3, and then we'll see what people say. Because this is bi-monthly, I really want to get feedback in December for a different POV. So the first 3 chapters are from Rosé's POV, and then it will transition over to other POVs very, not sporadically, but not consistently. So the next POV is going to be a character named Xander, and then it'll be Bari, Pani in Korean, and Leto. So Leto is the one that I'm debating taking out. Again, we'll see. I want to get some feedback. I might share snippets of the other POVs just to get a sense of like, do they feel very different from each other? A doggy is coming. Let me show you my doggy. I have two. This is Sturtle. She's so cute. I trimmed her face yesterday and gave her a bath, so she's more presentable this morning. But okay, I'm gonna feed the dogs and get ready for the rest of my day. Hello, it's a glorious Saturday morning. We're making sourdough, but I just shared my chapter 3 for feedback. I uploaded to Discord. I got the mini non-spoilery version of the synopsis in there. I got my goal done. I use an app to do text to voice and just hear things back. It's really nice because it actually, like, it'll take your text, you can choose the voice, what have you, and it'll highlight the word that the voice is reading out. My dogs want to play. So it'll highlight the word that's being read out. So it's really easy to follow along. Like, I'll have it playing on my app, and then I will open up my Scrivener file and just make quick corrections as I'm going. So if there's like two thus that I notice because it's being read out, I'll go back, make really quick edits, or at least highlight the areas that I want to revisit after I do a listen. And then I'll do that a few times. But yesterday was really fun because I got Edwin to listen along and live react with me. So if he got confused in some parts, I either explained it to him or saw his point and I went in to edit. So one thing that's kind of upsetting when you do these exercises is it took me so long to finalize the chapter. It took me so long to write it all out, and it takes like 10 minutes to read. Uh, so yeah, that's a thing. So some exciting news with the writing group. There's someone else that's going to be sharing a sample, so I'm really excited to read some of her work as well. I don't think I've critiqued or reviewed anything from her, so that'll be really exciting. And then there's a new member as well. Someone that I had friended on Instagram was looking for critique partners, and we're actively recruiting for our group. So that's really exciting. It's always exciting to have new members. Where's my phone? My phone, big on. Oh, here. Ah, get out of there. We'll see. So my goals for tonight are to, I'm like, why am I holding it like this? Hello, stop, please. Thank you.